City Council meeting is called to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
But everyone, please remain standing. Reverend Sherrod's going to come and give us a prayer.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We give you glory, we give you honor, we give you praise. Father, I ask that you touch the city council and touch the mayor right now, God, as they move forward in this city, God. Give them vision, give them knowledge and wisdom and understanding that everything is going to work together for their good. And God, we just give you glory, we just give you the praise, because God, if it had not been for you who was by our side, where would you be today? It's in Jesus' marvelous name that we pray. All of the saints of God say amen and thank God.
Amen.
Amen. Roll call.
Mayor Nolan.
Present.
Councilwoman Watley. Here. Councilman Oden.
Present.
Councilwoman Mitchell.
Present.
Councilwoman Howard.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Williams.
Present.
And Councilman Chisholm.
Present.
We have 7 council members present, and we do have a quorum.
All right. Now, approval of the agenda. We added one thing to the presentation. Chief Riley under presentations. Anything else we need to add? Delete, change. Okay. Do you have a motion to approve the agenda?
So move.
Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. Chief Riley.
Yes, sir.
You're up.
The audience, I'd like to present our 2 new police officers, Officer Hall and Officer Gibbs. These 2 officers, they were officers that went to the academy on a scholarship.
Oh, wonderful.
Imam Pasha. And they graduated the other week, and they passed the. Oh, thank you. And they passed the test, and they're now on the road with their training officers, Officer Hall and Gibbs. Any questions, council, mayor?
See some birth certificates, please.
I want to know,
There you go. There you go. There you go.
High school.
did they run track?
On behalf of the city council, on behalf of the city council, for the mayor, we welcome the new police officers.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, they're not on the clock, are they? Are they working?
Did y'all guys run track? Did y'all run track?
High school.
Okay. Get a workout.
Oh, man. Yeah, they'll be running now.
Officer Nebo will get you in shape.
I see, it's going to be one of these silly meetings, I see. All right, consent agenda. Everybody looked over the minutes from last meeting?
Yes.
How many mistakes do we have?
That was one.
Uh-oh.
They had me present and I wasn't here.
Your presence was here. Your presence.
Oh, okay, that's good.
We were just respecting our elders, that's all.
I'm supposed to tell them.
Hey.
They paying them.
Well, I make a motion to accept the agenda with the correction.
The minutes, man. Oh, I'm sorry. We already accepted the agenda.
Okay. Consent agenda, right?
No, I move that we accept the regular city council meeting minutes of May 1st, 2017, with the necessary correction of the attendance of Councilman Oden.
Support.
Probably moved, supported, discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. It passes. Boards and commissions, clerk.
Jean Lydell, we have her information that was forwarded to Mayor and Council. She is wishing to be on the Commission on Aging.
I have a question. Because we didn't do it last time, because there were 2 people that wanted to be on the Commission on Aging, and there was only 1 opening?
I do believe it. I remember that.
Yeah.
Did we get the second person's information?
I don't know he's here, though. I saw him.
I didn't get no.
Okay, I didn't see it but one
He's
resume.
back
I didn't
there.
see anything.
I didn't get anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we have to vote on hers because his is not in front of us. Is that,
I don't know.
we haven't received the information, we can't vote? All right. Okay, so we have a motion for Ms. Lydell?
So move.
Support. Been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes. We have another? That was it? Any nominations for boards and commissions? We still need a
Yes.
pension person. Yes, ma'am.
I would like to propose Octavia Smith to the Cable Commission.
Okay. Great. Do we already have her? Yeah, we have her information. No, wait a minute. Do we
Yeah,
have?
we do. Will
We
she-
have her.
What she's on?
She was on
Yeah, but that's elected.
Right.
Well,
Do
I
we
can,
have it? No, well, we have to vote on the next meeting.
okay, that's fine.
Any other nominations? Anybody find anybody for the pension board?
Yeah.
You find somebody? Well, they supposed to be submitting their resume. Okay, let us know when you get it. Okay. Any other nominations? Okay, we'll move on. New business.
Consideration and adoption of the FY 2017-2018 budget and the General and Special Appropriations Act resolution.
Do you have a motion?
So move.
Which one of you? Who was first?
I move that we adopt the FY 2017-18 General and Special Appropriation Act resolution or budget.
Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Nay.
Motion passes.
Consideration and approval of a street closure request of Lexington between Jeffrey Lane and Spring Arbor Streets on June 17, 2017, for a Juneteenth celebration presented by the Middle Park Manor Block Club.
Motion?
I move that we approve the Middle Park Manor Block Club request to close the streets from Lexington to Jeffrey Lane and Spring Harbor on June 17, 2017.
Support. It's properly moved and twice supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Passes.
Consideration and approval of a street closure request of Sylvia between New York and Yale Streets on May 28, 2017 for a family picnic, and Renee D. Bohannon is the applicant.
So move.
Okay?
Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes.
Item D, consideration and approval of a proposal from CBRE to provide consulting services for the development, marketing, and evaluation of an RFQ specifically for the Town Center District.
Support. Discussion. Can we add in that language about renegotiating if, regarding, if we bring the developer to the table?
Yes.
It was Ms. Howard's motion.
The approval, special conditions.
Yeah, what we brought up at orientation? Okay.
We have to have that in writing, correct?
Yeah, we'll just put it in the contract, right? Yeah, okay. All right. Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay.
Nay.
Motion passes.
Item E, consideration and approval to renew the agreement with Murray's Real Estate LLC and Will Corporate Realty to provide real estate services to sell city-owned structured properties and vacant lots for 2 years with the option to extend for 1 additional year.
Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion? All those in
Just,
favor? Ooh.
just one quick question here. If we decide in the interim to raise the price of houses, that would still be part of,
Yeah, I think there's a flat fee on this agreement, right? So we sell a house for $1 million, they still get the same amount. So it doesn't affect them.
Oh, so it doesn't affect us. Okay, cool.
Any other questions?
Okay.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion passes.
Item F, consideration and approval to enter into a contract with Environmental Testing and Consulting to provide asbestos and hazardous material assessment and clearance services to prepare for demolition for 2 years with the option to renew for 1 year.
So move.
Support. Been properly moved and supported. Discussion.
These funds are coming from somewhere else.
Community block grant.
Right. Okay.
Any other discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion passes.
Item G, consider authorizing administration to enter into a purchase agreement, installment agreement with DTE Energy to replace some of the city's streetlights within the boundaries of the city limits to more efficient bulbs.
So move. Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion passes.
Item H, consideration and approval of a contract with Plant and Moran.
So move.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion passes.
Item I, consideration and approval of the Constellation Energy contract.
So move. Support.
Been properly moved and supported. Discussion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. Motion passes. That's my favorite part of the meeting, public participation. Tony Bailey. Oh, you know what? Before we start this, I erred. Tony, give me one. We have Glenn Anderson in. We also have Joel Jones. Let's let our representatives talk. I should have did this at the beginning of the meeting, so this was on me. Glenn, Tony, we still love you.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. I appreciate the opportunity to be here and give you a little bit of an update on a few things. And the first thing is to let members know that I've been, since March of last year, been working on trying to get a left turn light at Cherry Hill and Inkster Road. And finally got a response, but it was not the response I wanted or I had hoped to get, and I think you'd agree with me. There is going to be an upgrade to those lights, so citizens will know they're going to be LED, and they're going to have a traffic light over each lane of traffic. But the biggest thing that we all wanted, and I believe would make the difference at that intersection as far as the number of accidents, is a left turn light. So I'm not giving up on that, as I mentioned to you, that I've got a little backup plan there that I discussed with you, and I hope that we can bring some pressure to bear to encourage the reconsideration of a left turn light there, because I think that's the only way to really have an impact on the number of accidents that we see there, and it's way too many. As the engineer from DPS said, it doesn't meet the standard to require one, but I suspect that we might be able to have some influence over them. But anyway, what the other thing was, as everyone knows, we have so many potholes, and the Wayne County crews are much smaller than they were. One of the problems is their pay is not competitive with other communities, and until we get that back up, I don't think we're going to see the numbers come back to DPS that we need in order to get the job done, and that's usually the first thing they go to is how short-staffed they are. But we are working on it. They are catching up slowly. But I did want to remind everyone there is a road hazard hotline that people can call. They'll give you a number, an item number, we can follow up. We can through my office, or they'll actually tell you when it's completed to confirm it. And if it's not completed, and they say it's completed, I want to know about it. So let us know. But the road hazard hotline number is 888-762-8888. 3273, and it's basically, like I said, it's a toll-free number, and I'll repeat it. It's 888-762-3273. But anyway, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Glenn.
We can call that as many times a day as we wish.
If that doesn't work, then I know somebody else's phone number.
Joel Jones.
Good evening, Mayor and Council.
Good evening.
Happy to be back home. I heard you all had a fantastic time at the Inkster Ball. See a lot of pictures.
Where were you?
I was in Switzerland. So I was miles and miles away. But I was on Facebook, so I did get a chance to catch up on the pictures. I guess an update from Lansing. While I was gone, actually, there was 2 budget items I voted on. And I guess the only thing that's really relative, they increase per pupil funding $100 per student, which is not where we need to be, but I guess you can argue it's a step in the right direction. And then the argument for cyber schools, they're going to be 100% funded as well. Beyond that, I know Mayor Nolan even today was having some conversation with some folks from the governor's office, as we were too, because we're trying to get some more help to Inkster. I think people are opening up to the idea in Lansing. But right now, it's a lot of talks. The speaker is really adamant about getting something through, because I'm not sure if y'all remember the income tax repeal earlier this year. It got shot down so bad, so the Republicans are trying to push something through before we take summer recess. And also, I'm not sure if y'all heard, but we lost a representative last week, Representative John Keevala from up north. So please just send out your good thoughts and prayers for some of the reps that's been up there for a while, because I think it's 3 within the last year and a half that passed away. So just send out your good thoughts to him and his family. Beyond that, I don't know if y'all have any questions or not. Wonderful. If y'all ever need us, feel free to reach out. We're here, so thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, Tony Bailey.
Good evening, Mayor,
Good evening.
Council, City Clerk, Treasurer, Department Heads, those who viewing, those in the audience. Before you, this is the May spring cleanup for the community. It will be this Saturday, May 20th. We'll be up at the rec center, 9 a.m. I like to see different ones. We want to keep Inkster beautiful. So, we need the people in the community, those who work, live in the city, to kind of help pick up the litter. So I hope to see you guys out. Any questions?
Thank you. Okay. How you pronounce this first name? I cannot read this. Graziano Galloway Goodrell? Gooden. Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I see my council lady and other council people. I'm a longtime resident of Inkster. This is the first time I've ever really spoken to the whole council. I've been on several committees, but I've never spoken to the council before. But I got upset this week. I got a letter from Chase that was very disappointing. Like I said, I've been a lifetime member, a lifetime resident of Inkster, and a 50-year customer of Chase. When I received that letter, it was very insulting to me to tell me my bank is closing and I have to take my money and do my banking, and they're going to tell me where to take my money and do my banking at. That was a double insult. But anyway, I was disappointed because of the convenience of the location over the years. And being a senior citizen and knowing other senior citizens, I think that was very inconvenient or will be inconvenience for other seniors that I know I have taken to the bank because of the closeness. So that I'm disappointed about. I'm really disappointed when I thought about it, of the image that it's going to do to my city. That is a main thoroughway. Chase is the biggest bank in the United States. over the years, I've been very proud when I came from the city in the middle of the night and I saw MBD up there, then Bank One, and now Chase. Very well manicured, beautiful postmodernism architecture in my little city. It looked good for me. It looked good to the city. It's, over the years, I've worked for Chase, and I have been told that that little bedroom branch in a predominantly historically black community, that branch was ranked in the top 5 of all the branches in the Detroit metropolitan area in the 70s, in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. That bank represented a lot of the money coming in from Inkster. And they're going to close the bank now on us now that we may be a little different environment than we were then. Where is their loyalty to this community? That's not fair to us. It's not fair to the residents of Inkster. I think that they owe Inkster more than that. And I'm asking my council members to support the other, are my 3 minutes up?
No.
Oh.
Got
30 seconds.
Oh. But anyway, I'm asking my council members to support the people of Inkster to get on Chase. Now, it may not be all of Chase. It may not be all of Inkster's fault. It could be Chase's fault, too. Because over the years, customer service at that particular branch has been very poor. And they have been using, their staff have been very transit. And if you go in there and get service, you can tell they don't want to be there. I mean, the customer service people there have treated people in Inkster as though it's temporary for them. So I really think that if the council addresses the problems, that we as a community can help them and they can help us, because they're part of our community and have been anchored in that community for decades. I just don't want to lose Chase that way. And I really feel if Chase is telling me to take my money and bank in other locations of their branch, I don't have to do business with Chase. I only did business with Chase because I respected them for being in my little small historically black community. They're going to leave, I can take my money elsewhere, little as it may be. Thank you. If we all stick together, Chase will have to stay here, or at least, even if they did remote teller stations, I designed remote teller stations for them. And when I did that, I said, you can't touch my bank. And that's when I found out then, they said, oh, we'll never touch the Inkster branch. So I think we should stick together and get on Chase about that. Thank you. That's all I got to say.
Mayor, if I may.
Sure.
I support what she's saying. Just a week or so ago, on the news, Chase Bank is getting ready to put $150 million in Detroit, certain sections of Detroit. I don't know if it's having an impact on what we're dealing with and doing, but the point that she's making is a very valid point based on what's going on, and all of a sudden they're going to put $150 million in Detroit to close down Inkster. Just needed to say that.
Okay. Larry Motley.
I'm going to be before you just for a minute before you throw me out, so let me do it quick. Let me just say, I'm always attacked after nobody speaks until I speak, so everybody attacks me right up, rush up, and, people ask, why do I have to speak? Because do you have a right to speak? What have you done? I hear people say, what have you done? So I said, well, I'm just talking to a blank wall, because you have a cheering section here that will clap and cheer. Well, I'm glad to get rid of him, so that's fine. What have I done? What have the Southwest Block Club done? We created the first neighborhood watch in Inkster. The car I was riding in back there in the early 70s got shot up in Lamont Gardens. I didn't see any of you there. I don't think any of you even lived in Inkster. None of you lived here. But anyway, we created the neighborhood watch in Inkster. And we created the first Inkster Democratic Black Caucus, and some of your people that's sitting up there know that. And the Downtown Development Authority. We did that. National Action Network was created out of the Block Club because I used to take people to Washington, D.C., so I said I'm going to put a branch in Inkster. And I got in touch with Reverend Sharpton, and we put it together. So people want to know, I didn't see anybody when I was putting NAN together in Inkster. We got computers for Inkster High School, computers and books from Ford Motor Company for Inkster High School when it was open. I didn't see anybody there from the city of Inkster that was backing us up when we stood up and negotiated with Ford Motor Company. We got Michigan Avenue, Middle Belt, and Cherry Hill paved. Margie Jeff, before she went to President Clinton's to be his National Transportation Authority chairperson, came to Inkster with Gruenfeld from Wayne County and what have you, and we got Michigan Avenue, Middle Belt, and Cherry Hill paved.
You have 30 seconds.
We got the University of Michigan study, and I think somebody on the council would tell you that we got this study, and I don't know if you all know anything about that. We got a $35 million agreement with NBD Bank at the time to do Inkster. That's why you got the Inkster Town Center and the apartments behind the post office. We got the Inkster Beautification Committee. I had 17 people from the Block Club on there. Before that, there was no Inkster Beautification Committee.
Mr. Miley.
And
Mr.
give
Miley.
me 30 seconds because you gave the other lady respect.
And I'm giving you the same thing.
When drugs and HIV was
time is
rampant
up,
in the
Mr.
city
Miley.
of Inkster, who was out there in the street fighting drugs, the
Mr. Miley.
HIV, and the prostitutes out there in the street, but
Thank you, Mr.
Larry Motley and what have you.
Thank you for your service.
And I heard the city clerk say there were 7 people present, 7 council people. You only have 6 council people. You have an illegal charter. I want you to know that.
Thank you, Mr. Miley.
You want to know what have I done? Now you can stand up and you can attack me and say whatever you want to say. You can laugh. You can do whatever you want. But I just want you to know.
Thank you.
That's what happened.
Thank you. Patricia Morgan.
Good evening, Mayor, Council.
Good evening.
Department heads and everybody else. I want to know, what is your policy on street flooding? In April, our street flooded, and the next day they came out, snaked out the drain.
Okay.
It went down. The next day it rained, it flooded again.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the policy on that? It must be something wrong with the drain or something, if it's going to keep flooding every time it rains.
It's on Hazelwood, Mr. Bivens.
On Hazelwood.
Oh, you know what it is? Okay.
Okay. I wish y'all would do something with that. Okay, the next thing, when are you going to start cutting the grass at the vacant houses?
We started today.
Will you start today? Mm-hmm. Will you be in my home next week? 3 weeks. It's already this high. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Morgan. Officer Lebo.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, citizens. So first, I want to say that our bake sale last Wednesday was an absolute success. I want to thank the Commission on Aging, as always, for their delicious work, or delicious baked goods and wonderful work. We were able to raise enough money to purchase a snow cone machine. Yay! Makes me happy. I would also like to thank the citizens for coming out to support us. We had an overwhelming amount of people come through, buy baked goods, even though, 0 calories count on those days. Remember, no calories. But anyway, just want to say thank you, and we'll be able to see the snow cone machine at the movie night. Yes.
Oh, great.
Movie night is next, Friday, May 26th, around 8:30. Once it's dark enough to see the screen, We'll have free popcorn, refreshments. Come on out. We're going to be watching Finding Dory. The vote was placed on the Facebook page, and Finding Dory won. So we hope to get a good turnout, because if we get enough people out, we'll turn this into a regular thing, monthly, semi-monthly. We want to turn this into a big community event. We got the stuff. Let's make it happen. I really, really hope to see everybody there.
All right, great. Pastor Gene Overman.
I left my note. Good evening, Mayor, Council,
Good evening.
Administrators, and citizens of the City of Inkster. Had the tea announcement. I'm here because we're having our Camp Inspire Summer Tea. It will be at Starfish Family Services in the Garden on June the 3rd, 2017 at 12 o'clock, because that's high noon and tea. So I want all of our city members and residents to come out and support us. We're sending the girls to camp again this year. We have a lot of support from DTE, Beaumont Hospitals, City of Inksters, and a lot of our organizations here. Also, this Thursday, the fourth Thursday, will be TFAP at Mother's Pantry, so 10 o'clock to 12, so please come out. And you can get your tea tickets from me today. Thank you.
Thank you. What is tea attire? Reverend George Williams.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor.
Good evening.
I have to agree with the young lady there. I don't know why everybody's being quiet. Okay. See, first of all, we were set up by Chase Bank. Okay. You used to go to the Inkster branch and buy your car, your house, and everything. Now, if you want to put in for a loan for your house or your car, you had to go to Wayne. You remember that? Okay, so we were set up for them to get out of here. A lot of money goes through that bank, and we shouldn't take it quietly, especially when you hear the same bank talking about they got to close a little minority building like Inkster and then give $100 million, $150 million to the city of Detroit. I don't think we should be quiet. I'm going to leave it like that because I already contacted the NAACP. Number two, I want to find out, I heard you mention something today, that some of the recreation budget is going to the senior citizens of housing? Commission of Aging, that's correct. Okay, now that's not none of the millage money that was passed by the people, am I correct?
No, it is.
It is?
Part of the millage requires that money from that Parks and Rec millage goes to support the Commission on Aging.
It goes to support the activities of seniors. It does not say nothing about the community of aging unless I read it wrong. Okay? They shouldn't be dipping in any of them funds.
Well, there currently are no activities for seniors that are funded directly through the Parks and Rec Commission. And because we have a Commission on Aging that effectively specializes in those activities, it's much more efficient and effective for us to utilize those dollars through the Commission.
Well, I just want you to be on safe ground. Because first of all, that millage was passed, it was earmarked for certain activities for the senior citizens. Had nothing to do with the Commission on Aging. Okay, now that was a different whole operation set aside. Okay, and we put money into that. Okay, it wasn't for the millage. Okay, and the reason why I'm bringing it up is because I noticed over the years they've been taking the same millage money that the people have put out to try to improve recreations and various things, and it's not being used for that. So I just want to bring that up as you approve your budget. You need to, get into compliance and where the money really needs to go. Okay, thank you. I think she said my 30 seconds is up. Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Javion Johnson.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, Administration, and to all of my Inkster family. I come in good spirit and cheer. I just want to clean up for Representative Jones and leave our contact information. We can be we can be reached at 517-373-0849. That's 517-373-0849, as well as email. You can email me at Javion, Johnson, JOHNSON, at house.mi.gov. Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know what he would do without you, man. Will Miller.
Yes, sir. Good evening, Mayor and Council.
Good evening.
A few months back, I placed a Freedom of Information Act request to the city regarding what was going on with Chase Bank and them not being able to keep the doors open for the community. When I got the response, the city said that they hadn't heard anything about the bank closing. And I believe that, which upsets me. If a bank of that size, it's the only bank in the city limits, if they decide that they're going to close up, why would they not have approached the municipality on any reason, or any kind of way, and say, hey, well, we decided that this is a good business decision for us. Maybe we should work out something. Maybe we can do some kind of a partnership to do something. Because now, with them leaving like that, we're now going to become one of the more red line cities. Not that we weren't already red line; they weren't huge community partners anyway. But for them to just pull out like that, it puts us a bit of an owner's hardship on even on the local businesses. Just to do everyday transactions, you got to get change. You got to be able to do things to stay liquid to do your things, your everyday business. For them to pull out and they have to go outside of the community to do things like that, it adds a burden to the businesses who already have strains they have to deal with. So, I know how I get, but for us we need to be able to do something as a community at this point. If it's just pulling our own resources, going outside to talk to other folks, we have to have some kind of a lending institution that's going to come and help us do our everyday business here and get us out of this red line thing. We in a growing spurt, but we need to stay liquid in order to do the growth. We need to have cash available for people to do the investments that we're trying to do. So, I don't know how flat-footed this move caught you guys, but if anybody has any plans or doing anything, I'm available. Everybody got my number, if not one person next to you do. Give me a call, let me know, because we're going to be doing some work. We've already been doing some things, but we're going to do some serious work now. So let me know.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir.
City Clerk.
I have no items at this time.
City Treasurer.
It was mentioned a few minutes ago, but the city has started the grass cutting for the season. Began in the southwest section, and we'll be making our way across the city.
Okay. Councilman White.
Yes, I was going to say I didn't have anything, but I'd like to remind people that the 48th Memorial Day Parade will be May the 29th. Somebody know? All right, okay. You and me. Yeah. And we will start staging at 10 o'clock, and the parade will commence immediately at noon, led by our capable and wonderful Chief Riley. So when 12 o'clock comes, he's going to be on the street, all right? Secondly, I am having a meeting of the parade helpers on the 19th of this month at 3 p.m. here at City Hall. So if any of you that have not been previously contacted are interested in standing in the hopefully hot sun, being cursed out by participants, and people who want to park where you told them they can't park, join us. Okay? That's it.
Councilman Holden.
Huh? 3 p.m. Did I say? I didn't say that. I am eternally sorry.
You said it.
I said 3 p.m.? Okay. 3 p.m. on the 19th.
19th.
Here. That's a Friday. So it's closed, so we won't be bothered.
I just want to announce that District 2 will be holding a meeting for the advisory committee only at 6 o'clock on the 22nd of this month, which is next Monday, a week from today. That's all I have. Oh, Inkster Recreation Complex. Sorry about that. That's where we meet all the time.
Councilwoman Mitchell.
Good evening, everyone. First of all, the District 6 Citizens Advisory Committee will meet this Wednesday at 6 o'clock in our new home, which is Twin Towers at 1900 Inkster Road. So please come out and join us. We are planning another forum. My group is very busy, and I think you'll enjoy working with a very outstanding group of people who are citizens in our city. The second thing is that I would like to thank everyone who came out for Bal Moulin Rouge. It was a beautiful affair. If you haven't seen the pictures are gorgeous. Everyone had a good time, and as we promised, we're working on it now that the proceeds are going to charity, and we're pretty pleased that we will be able to give quite a few individuals some help, individual groups some help. So thank you, Inkster, and thanks to those people who sponsored tables and made donations, etc. Thanks also to our city clerk who worked so hard. She was the major ticket seller, and she did a lot of hard work getting people to purchase tickets and the like, so she was a big help to us, and we do appreciate you.
Well, for the second time, we're going down eastbound Michigan Avenue from Hamlin Drive, which is where the fire department is. We will proceed eastbound to Bayhand, which is where the police department is. From there, we will go southbound on Bayhand to Trowbridge, and then we will march eastbound on Trowbridge in front of City Hall. Now, a lot of people ask about this, so I'm going to just tell everyone, so maybe I won't have to hear from you no more. The parade is going down Michigan Avenue because it's traditional for it to follow the Veterans Monument. The reason we went down Inkster Road before is because City Hall was there and it followed the Veterans Monument. The Veterans Monument is now supposed to be over here, so that's why we go down Michigan Avenue. And everybody said, why can't we go down East Road no more? Like, 'cause. Okay. Any other parade questions? I'd be more than happy to answer. Oh, goody.
Councilwoman Howard.
Nothing at this.
Okay.
I'm sorry. One thing. Thank you for my. That's what I tell you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Councilman Chisholm.
Good evening. I'd like to formally thank the Inkster Police Department. We had an issue in our family that occurred about a month or so ago, and this past week, when my little cousin FaceTimed me to show me where our trailer was, I was able to contact the police department, and before I could arrive, they had already pretty much resolved the matter. And I was very gracious in the way that Officer Livingston handled it. Everything was smooth, and I just want everybody to know that relationship with the police is not what the media portrays it to be. It is quite awesome, at least in our city. And I just want to let everybody know. Also, the ordinance department, they are on the job with handling all of these calls that we're reporting, the legit calls, because I have heard some, and it's like, that's not true. So just I don't want to bombard them with stuff that we kind of blow out of proportion. Let's make sure we have all the facts and lined up and ready so they can do their job efficiently and get the city moving forward. Also, I would like to let everybody know, because some didn't know, today me and Father Clifton delivered donuts to the Inkster Police Department as a part of National Police Week. And all the citizens of Inkster should show their support of Inkster Police by liking the posted pictures on my page, which is @Councilman Chisholm. That's on Facebook. That's my public figure page. Or the church's page, St. Clement's Church. And either just thanking our department for all they do by sending them a card or any nice gesture. And finally, I felt that I looked quite nice at the Me and my date, Shannon Starks, we hit that red carpet, and when that light hit, I had to back up and say, hold on, slow down. I said, Troy, you got to get a standstill picture like we Michelle and Barack up here. So that's also in the Telegram for everybody to see, as well as on my public figure page at Councilman Chisholm. So I want y'all all to please go and check that out, because I promised y'all I was going to be looking nice, and thank you.
Oh, come on, man. Mayor Pro
Lack of self-esteem out there.
Okay. Where do I want to start? First of all, Inkster Summerfest will be having a Summerfest this year on July the 8th and the 9th. It's going to be back on Inkster Road once again. We're going to start back up where we left off with a big bang. So we want for everyone to come on out. We're going to have plenty of entertainment. We're going to have Alexander Zonchek and friends and some other entertainment as well. So that's going to be a surprise. So you got to come out and check out who's going to be there. I'm going to be there too. I ain't going to tell you what I'm doing, but I'm going to be there. Also, for all the Inkster Vikings, the annual picnic is on July the 22nd. Now, in preparation, they're doing a couple of fundraisers. They have a fundraiser coming up May 20th, bowling fundraiser at Cherry Hill Lane at 7 o'clock. Food will be served at 8 p.m. I'm back. They're asking for a $20 donation per person. And then on Saturday, June 24th, they're having another fundraiser at the Stardust from 8 p.m. until 2 p.m., and it's $8 per person. And then last but not least, the picnic will be on, like I said, it's July the 22nd. So all the Vikings, we can't let Robichaud outdo us. So we got to come out and show them, the Bulldogs, that the Vikings, we still mighty. Okay, now, some more serious business over here. Administration. I've been getting reports of some people running a stop sign on Pine Street that's on the west side of Middle Belt. And right there on Pine, right there where the old school is that needs to be torn down, people just run that sign all day long. So if we want to pick up some extra revenue, we can park a car right there and collect some extra money. Okay. Also, and I believe there's no parking on that side of the street, on one side of the street, and people are parking over there, and we may have to replace some signs if the signs are not there. I'll ride by there and check out and see if there's adequate enough signs there, like the ones not on my street. Okay. Also, on June the 8th, District 1 will be having their second annual advisory meeting at St. Clement's Church at 6 p.m. We did grass cutting. And last but not least, we want everyone to go out in the community and patronize the city, shop Inkster. Thank you.
My crew is real special. I'm pretty sure he just said we're doing a Summerfest. It's a secret who's coming, and he announced who was coming. You got another?
We got another big name.
It's bigger than that name? Oh, man. I can't wait to hear that. Okay.
I'm still taking donations.
This announcement applies to a lot of you out there. This is Clear Your Criminal Record. Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated Inkster Alumni Chapter is doing an expungement and community resource fair Saturday, May 20th, 2017, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the American International Academy School Inkster campus. That's at 27100 Avondale Street in Inkster, Michigan. So go show up and get your record clear. Expungement. Chase Bank. There's been some talk about Chase Bank. I did receive that letter also because I do have an account there. Unfortunately, I knew last summer that they were considering closing that branch. The writing was kind of on the wall, their own business decision. They didn't call us to consult us as the city or anything like that, but I knew it was under consideration. That being said, I found out that they were donating money to Detroit, and of course, we've had a couple meetings with Chase Bank because Inkster wants their piece of money also. So I did meet with Chase last week for the second time. We had some good discussions. Nate and I will be following up with the appropriate person, and there are some grant dollars out there that they're sitting in the bank they want to give out. And hopefully we can convince them to give us some of that money despite the fact the branch is closing. To me, I was reading social media this past weekend, last week and this weekend, and there's a lot of boo-hooing about Chase closing, and people act like the city is dying. The city is not dying. One door closes, another one opens. We've been talking since last summer, trying to talk to credit unions to get someone to come back here and move. It's going to be a lot more attractive now that we have no financial institution here. So some of your elected officials are working hard. Some of these things we kind of saw coming because I knew they were talking about it. So I immediately started reaching out to credit unions and trying to see if anyone's interested in planting a branch here or a satellite office or something, because there's money, a lot of money here that people would put in a local bank. A lot of folks used to walk to that bank, ride their bikes to the bank. So we're losing a little convenience, but we will reappear. We will get another financial institution here. If not, we'll throw all our money together and start one. So I know.
It's disrespectful.
I mean, it's business, though. They're making businesses. I don't know why they did it, but I'm not going to sit around and cry about it. We're going to make something happen.
You can make a business decision too. It's called take your money out.
In respect to the council, mayor, as a concerned citizen, I would like to know, there's been a lot of murders in Inkster in the last 20 years. What percentage has been resolved? I have no idea. Last 20 years? I don't know. But I mean, we will look, if you're talking about last year, the year before, we can put our fingers on those statistics. Last 20 years, we'd have to really do some research. This is not question and answer. We're about to close it down, but I'd be happy to talk to you after the meeting. I kind of was out of order even taking his question, but I thought he had something to say with respect to Chase Bank. But nevertheless, crime. Since you brought up crime, that was my next topic. I just want, like I said at the last meeting, I want to let you know we're not sitting around, let's say, ho-hum. I'm disgusted by the amount of shootings we've had in the city recently. It's just come to a head. I mean, it seems like it's every 2-3 days. It's crazy. And then when you realize what some of the shootings are about, I'm just sitting there scratching my head. I don't understand. But I guess a lot of people got a lot of different things going through their mind, going through some different things, and they're making some horrible decisions. But nevertheless, we're moving on that. We've met this morning with the governor's office, Harvey Santana, Harvey Hollins. Our Senator Dave Kniezek was there. Joel Jones popped in at the end. We're working on solutions, asking for resources, strategizing how we can best deal with this crime in our city. This afternoon, we met with Sheriff Napoleon. We're working with the sheriff, who will be working closely with him. We're going to resolve this. It will stop in the city of Inkster. So I just don't want you to think that we're just sitting back here and, oh, well. It's not going to be happening here anymore. You give us enough time, we're coming up with solutions. We have to put these resources together and make it happen. But we're not having this in our community. So I just wanted to let you know that is my attitude. That's how we're approaching it, and we will get it done. I have nothing else.
Motion for adjournment?
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, nay? Motion passes.
Who gets water bottle? Who gets water bottle?
Yes, ma'am.